Hey, this is the Valiant Lifestyle. Welcome back. In moments, I just feel like raging. Does that sound like you? Does that sound like you out there? Does it sound like something that you have recently done? Why did you do that? Do you know? Before I get started on any of that, though, I want to welcome you to my channel. Welcome to my channel, The Valiant Lifestyle, starring me, Jesse. And what I do is I give men a place to be able to feel supported, but also some tips and tricks on some of the things that I've learned and garnered over the years, what's worked for me. And maybe there's bits and pieces of what I have to offer and what I do through the strategies that I use that may be helpful to you. So let's go with this. I just feel like raging. What does that sound like to you? Sounds like you're angry. Sounds like maybe you're picking up a bottle every night after work. Sounds like you're pretty quick and you're short with the kids as well as your wife. Why is that? Why is that? Why do you do this? Is there something that you're not getting right now that you really need? Is there something you're not doing right now that you really need? How is this contributing to me being a valiant man? You being a valiant man. And how can I let this go? How do I improve, Jesse? How do I improve this, coach? Well, here's what I have to say to you. I get these moments too. I get these moments where I feel absolute rage. And it's only when I haven't taken care of myself to the best of my ability. The last, I would say, month and a half minus the last week or so, I've been taking care of myself physically. I've been taking care of myself and nourishing myself, but I haven't been taking care of the spiritual and mental side of me like I really need to. What does that cost me? Well, in the grander scheme of things, it's costing me in my relationship. It's costing me my relationship with my kids. Why is that? Because I have spent sometimes, not recently, but I've spent sometimes so caught up in my head, so caught up in the mental gymnastics, the monkey brain, the emotional part of why do I feel this way? How come I feel so humdrum? That I can't even be present with my kids. I can't even be present with myself to be present with my kids. And then why am I so angry? Why do I have resentment building? And the bigger thing is here, how did this echo into my childhood? And I tend to refer back to my childhood with this because it's a bit of an anchor to my thoughts in present moment. Well, this would have been a moment when I really would have loved to have my dad say, it's okay. It would have been the pep talk from dad. It would have been him just saying, you know what? You're doing it okay, or you're not doing it okay, but you're the one that's got to make the change. For me, I've made some changes. I've made some more changes, and it's because I've had to in some moments. My business, my clients, things change, things rotate. I'm happy to open my new space, my new business space, and it's really conducive to what I want to do. But it's also been met with some challenges. It's been met with some challenges, and some of my clients don't know where I've been. They don't know what I've been up to. Hey, I went by the old location the other day and there was no one there. Well, yeah, I hadn't dropped them a line or an email to let them know. Back to this though, taking care of me mentally, and yeah, I know, it's summer, but here's the deal. I missed several days over the summer because I used the excuse in my head about it being summer that I missed the opportunity to be fully present with myself every morning. Well, not every morning, but many mornings in there. So that I could remember the feeling, be aware of it, and be cognizant of it when I needed to do it for my wife and my kids. And then when I didn't do that, I couldn't remember how that was for me. And then how dare I give it to my wife and my kids? And then when I did, the subconscious mind wants to go, well, you're not even doing it for yourself. You're not doing enough for yourself. Why are you doing it for them? And then that little piece, it just accumulates more and more every time, more and more. It accumulates. So here's to me, that pledge to you to do better as well. And I know that you can. I talked to somebody today, and they in traffic rolled the window down, got upset because they were cut off. And unlike them, they got out of the vehicle, they used hand gestures, didn't get anything physical, thank goodness. But he said to me, that's not me. The rage is the anger, and the anger is the resentment, and the resentment is the build of something within that is not being loved. And us men, we love to not love that word because it sounds, it's too gooey, it's too feminine. We can't associate with that because it might look like we're being too feminine. Oh my goodness. This is all about being in the masculine frame and admitting to being vulnerable, or to admitting and then being vulnerable in these moments when you got to do the thing. And the thing being paying more attention to yourself. Doing me time every morning. 5:30, 5 o'clock. Jesse, I leave for work at 5 o'clock. Then you got to get up at 4 or 3:45 and do it. Find a way. Find a way to be there with you, for you, the first win of the day for you. So that you can have everybody else. You can have capacity for everybody else. It's like not blowing up a balloon and expecting to be able to be inside the balloon with everybody else. Well, you haven't blown it up to have the ability, or to have the capacity for everyone else to be in that balloon with you. There's no room. If you want to learn more about what I'm talking about, I'm inviting you to go to my channel. Let's do a discovery call. Let's have a discussion like this, because maybe there's something in this that really resonates with you, and I would love to help you with it. All right. TheValiantLifestyle.com. Book that 30-minute discovery call. It's free. And let's talk about that. All right. Thank you for watching. Let's do this.